Hi everyone, Erin here from Real Wig Fun. Thanks for joining me today. So today we're going to take a quick look at Jon Renau's Cameron Lite in Palm Springs Blonde. So stay tuned. First, I wanted to thank Wigs by Patti's Pearls for supplying this wig for me today, and I'm excited to bring this review to you. I have had this wig before, both in the light version that I have today and also in the original version, Cameron. So as I mentioned, this is Jon Renau's Cameron, but it is the light version from Jon Renau's Smart Lace Light Cap collection. And there's a number of wigs in that collection, and probably the cap construction is what is most unique and special about this wig. So when Jon Renau put together their Smart Lace Light collection, they took their most popular and loved styles and made them available in this light cap construction. And I'll show you that cap in a little bit, but let's talk about Cameron itself. Cameron is an extremely wearable bob that I really gravitate. This was actually, the original Cameron was one of my very first wigs when I first started wearing wigs that made me feel the most like me. So this one's a little bit special to me. Okay, so let's talk about the dimensions of the wig first. So Cameron Lite is an average cap size. The bangs, which is this portion here, are 10 inches. My face measures 7 inches from hairline to chin. So if that would give you an idea of where this style will fall on you. The crown, which is this portion back here, is 12 inches. The sides are 8 and the nape is 4.5. And one of the best parts about this wig is it comes in weighing at a very light 3.2 ounces. All right, let's dig into probably the most exciting and the best part about this wig, which is the light cap construction. So what you're going to find on this Cameron Lite versus the traditional Cameron, you're going to find a lower hair density. It's lighter in weight. The movement is incredible because it's 100% hand tied with a full single monofilament top. One of the most unique features of this cap is the smart lace that runs, it doesn't run temple to temple, it doesn't run ear tab to ear tab. In fact, it runs ear to ear. So I'll get up closer so that you can see that. The one thing that I will make you aware of is that if you are used to wearing Jon Renau styles, you are typically used to the lace front. I do find that on the Lite collection, their lace is a little bit longer right out of the box. So you may want to consider trimming that lace. It's a little bit too long for me, and I would go ahead and trim it just like I did on a previous Cameron Lite, but don't let that deter you from taking advantage of this great wig. Okay, so why don't I get up close so that you can see the hairline on Cameron. And again, this is in the color Palm Springs Blonde. Okay, so I have a few of my own hair sticking out here, but when I talked about that lace front running ear to ear, I think you can see that. So where my thumbnail is, or my fingernail is, that is how far that lace comes down, and it extends all the way down to the ear. So this is my bio hair that's peeking out. I think the lace front is done incredibly well, but like I said, and my coverage is really good on this cap, despite the fact that it's 100% hand tied. And typically the 100% hand tied fit a little bit snugger on my head. I'm not finding that to be the case with this particular piece. My head is 22 inches in circumference, and this average cap on Cameron Lite is fitting me great. So, I'm pleased with the hairline. I'm pleased with the knotting. I think it looks great. Okay, so why don't I do a turn so that you can see Cameron Lite on all sides. So clearly this is my front. Here is my right side. And part of that 100% hand-tied cap construction, one of the benefits of that is the hair movement is incredibly natural. You can see that in the back of the style. My left side, and then back to the front. Okay, so before I take the cap off, why don't we talk about Palm Springs Blonde? And if you're not familiar, Palm Springs Blonde is part of Jon Renau's California Blonde collections. It is one of the ashiest blondes in the color lineup, and it's really gorgeous and popular for good reason. So the number code on Palm Springs Blonde is FS17-101S. 18. And basically, when you break it all down, what does that mean? It means that Palm Springs Blonde is a light ash blonde, as I think that you can see, with pure white highlights running throughout. You can also see that it is a rooted shade, and it is rooted with a dark natural ash blonde. I don't see any warmth. So for those of you that are concerned about having a warm root, you don't have to with Palm Springs Blonde. It's an ash blonde root. Okay, so why don't I take Cameron Lite off so that you can see the inside of this very unique cap. Alrighty, so there's another look at that beautiful Palm Springs Blonde. I like the fact that it is a dynamic blonde. If you've followed me for a while, dynamic colors to me read more natural. So you see some dimension in the color versus it being flat. I think that's gorgeous. And you can see the rooting on Palm Springs Blonde as a cool ash blonde, okay? All right, let's turn this cap inside out so I can show you the best part about Cameron Lite. So here is that hand-tied cap. We traditionally take a look to see that there's some stretch, and the stretch is really coming from this section, this darker section. That's where your stretch is coming from. So it's incredibly comfortable. Let's look at that ear to ear lace front. All right. So as you can see, the lace front. And what you may not be as familiar with is this extended lace that runs all the way into the ear tabs. And this is a silicone product here. So if you are completely without any bio hair, you could utilize this section to put tape on to help secure your wig. And here's the other side. It does still have the metal stay, so it's going to stay very close to your temples, which is great. You have the full single monofilament top, which means you can part the wig in any portion within this single monofilament top and still get the illusion of scalp, which is wonderful. Here is that hand-tied section, and this material is incredibly comfortable. So if you have a very sensitive scalp or skin on your head, this may be a cap construction that you're really interested in looking at. Okay, so another one of my favorite cap constructions is the extended nape, and that's this section down here. What is particularly unique about the Jon Renau Lite cap construction is this, again, silicone along the nape, along the extended nape. So you could put tape here, but if you don't, the silicone almost acts as a bit of a grip to keep the wig where it's supposed to be. And you still do have the Velcro adjusters. I think you can see on either side. I have not moved these since I got it out of the box. There is a little bit of room to move it out on either side and plenty of room to move it in if you have a smaller head circumference than myself. So I think that you'll notice the difference between this type of cap construction than suggest you're used to seeing on, you know, an everyday wig. This is really the cream of the crop. It is a beautiful, beautiful cap that's incredibly comfortable. So I'd love to know what your thoughts are about this Cameron Lite. I think it's gorgeous. I've done nothing to this style other than to take the zigzag part out, straight out of the box. If I was to keep this style, I would likely utilize a little bit of dry shampoo just to knock out a little bit of the shine that I'm seeing. But you know what? I think that this is an awesome wig. It does not look wiggy to me. It's incredibly comfortable. So if you love, you know, the traditional bob, but you're looking for a light density, something that reads really natural, then this might be one that you really want to consider. So anyways, I hope you've enjoyed taking a quick look at Jon Renau's Cameron Lite in Palm Springs Blonde. Have a great day, stay well, and stay safe. Bye, everybody.